So I first looked at this car a year and a half ago. See, it's got this personalized tag, Halo. The woman, older woman, and she was in the Marine Corps. And I don't remember if I asked her what it meant, but recently I learned that that has to do with paratroopers. And I think it's high altitude, low opening. Because I got a car from someone else who explained to me that he would jump at 27,000 feet and then open his chute at 2,000 feet. So that's her old tag on the car. I didn't get the car at that time because she was thinking about selling it, and she said, oh, everybody wants to buy it. And so she had really, really high expectations of the value of the car, and so many people were telling her they wanted to buy the car from her. And so then actually I heard from her a year later, and I think she was, her health was declining. And so ultimately her family sold me the car. One thing was that I think that Matt described was that the wheels were scuffed up, but they're very dirty. The whole car's dirty. But the wheels, I think, are in pretty good shape. They need to be cleaned up, maybe repainted. But in terms of the edges, I just went around, looked at all four of them, and none of the four have that kind of nasty curbing that, that really messes up wheels. So they're dirty, but they're not. There's only the tiniest little bit of curbing on some of them, just like almost like a light scraping. So, but it's a clean car, but it's a dirty car, if that makes sense. It's just a clean. The car is a clean example, but I have not. The only thing we did was just gave it a wash, and it really needs to be cleaned. It's just soiled. If that makes sense, but everything's nice about it. You saw in the pictures how it has like double floor mats in it, and so the carpeting's really nice underneath. So what I wanted to show you is to address the question about the stickers. So let's see, I don't see a VIN there, so there's a VIN sticker there, and I don't see a VIN sticker anywhere here on the driver's door actually, but of course there's the main VIN sticker on the driver's door. I worked at Lexus of Rockville back in this era. I was a used car sales manager, so I drove these things many nights and looked at many of them. I'm very familiar with them. And when we get around to the other side, one thing I want to show you is that I don't think this car has been in an accident. I think maybe the right front fender's been painted, for instance. So just one of the things to look at is see how this is bolted on. See how those bolts are silver. They're not gold. So that's the type of thing. And even way down here to look for, to try to determine, hey, has this thing been apart and has a body shop, put back the car. And you just have to look for little things like that. And then we go around to the trunk. And by the way, the trunk is not staying up by itself, so it is going to need the shocks or whatever to hold the trunk up. Now this is just her. Yeah, there's her Marine Corps there, and Marine Corps bag here with the cassette thing in it. That's what that is. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, I don't know, sometimes I think there's no rhyme or reason to these VIN labels because there's not one on the trunk here. How's that? But there is one on this door. I think I had to look way down on the bottom underneath to find it somewhere. There it is. Okay, so there's that. But again, if we go over to this area, all those bolts are silver, and so I certainly don't think this door has been off, that there's been any kind of body repair here. And I'll show you under the hood my perspective on that too. So let's just get up. So let's open this. And there's the VIN label there. The various stickers are here under the hood. There's no paint lines or anything. And so what I looked at is that everything looks factory along in here in terms of like these welds. This is factory. Even this black paint, see it's scraped up a little bit because it's near the battery, I think. But that was the way the factory did them. But this is all factory. Here, there's no signs of any damage, any repair. Everything looks uniform from side to side. Even see how they have this black paint here and then it's gold here. Same thing over on this side. Anyway, so we go over to the area that someone came on and questioned, and I agree, the VIN label is not there. But, you know, comparing it to the other side, so here's a factory label, there's no paint line, this all looks factory in here. And then, of course, here's that black paint we looked at on the other side. And this just all looks factory. So I don't think the car has had damage. I think probably there was a scrape or something, so the fender was painted. And like I said, I worked at the Lexus dealer as a used car sales manager. I drove many of these. This car drives great. I did put new tires on it. It just drives superb.